Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, so really appreciate the opportunity to be in this forum and talk about the startup ecosystem and what is going on, etc. But equally inspiring to see the work that's been carried out by the 50 Hands team and Mati and the rest of the guests in this panel. So a few of them are familiar to me in prior professional life. So I think we were chatting about coming together of minds, right? So very glad to see this initiative, and I'm very confident that this will continue to increase in magnitude and relevance as time passes by. So kudos to all the graduates. Kudos to the initiative itself. So it's fantastic to see this progress happening. Jumping on to startups themselves, the key element there is, so let's look backward 30 years, right? So when I was going to school and when I was talking to people around, the whole idea was, hey, you should be an engineer or you should be a doctor, you should go and get a job, preferably a government job. The focus was more on stability and steady income than anything else, right? So flash forward, you come to US and you talk to people here, the focus is extremely high on individualism, right? So what can you do as an individual? There is no limit to what you can achieve as a person. Startups kind of mirror that belief system, right? So, hey, I can do on my own way more than what I can do as part of an ecosystem where I'm just a cog in the wheel, right? So, and that I was very much struck with what Mr. Sundu said. You need to dream. You need to think that you can believe, and you believe that age is just a number, right? So there is the constraints that are imposed are those that are imposed just by our mind, and that is reflected in the startup ecosystem too. So today, what is happening is there is an increasing focus on starting new things and driving new things, and that's been made very easy by a couple of factors. One is technology has become so advanced now. Things like internet and social media and IoT has made it so easy for people to start and implement new ideas that the very viability of an individual or a group of inspired individuals trying to do something and making something out of it has become much more reasonable and realistic than it was 15 years back. So that has resulted in a huge explosion in the numbers of startups that are coming out and what people are trying and their ability to succeed. The second aspect is there are a lot of sources of funds now. So earlier it used to be that, hey, for me to succeed, I need to go to a corporation, get the buy-in from the VP or the president, and use that to drive. So today, be it US or in India, there are multiple VC and PE firms out there who are able to offer this opportunity for people to come out with new things, right? So they are able to fund, and increasingly what you will find is that a lot of individuals who have reached a stage in their career are also looking to turn around and see, hey, can I be part of initiatives where I can fund such things and grow such things? Which means that on one side, it's much more easier for us to do new things. On the other side, there are more people who are willing to fund it, which means that this is probably the best time in a long time for somebody with an aspiring idea or an ability to do hard work to step in and make something out of it and build an ecosystem. Now, historically, it has been focused on US. A lot of the startups originated in US. All the names that you hear today, right? Amazon, Facebook, etc., is in US because it got kickstarted here. But what is happening now is that the startup ecosystem is increasingly getting spread across the globe, which means that you don't need to be in the US or you don't need to be a US-based company for you to become an effective startup. So there are many more startup ecosystems now spread across the world. Europe is coming up dramatically fast pace. You got China who is pitching in with extreme focus on investing in startups. India is coming up very fast as an ecosystem. So there are many more VC and PE firms in India today than there were even 4 years back, which means that you have an idea, you can truly be global, and you can work from anywhere in the world. You can get investment from anywhere in the world. You don't need to be in one place, right? But what you need to bear in mind is that for you to get benefit out of it, you need to keep a very, very open, flexible, and learning mind, right? So two things. One is, don't stop learning at all. You need to continuously keep learning new things. What is out there? Can I learn any new technology that is coming out there? And then you don't ever think that you learned enough. So the day you think that you learned everything about a subject, that is a day you can be sure that you're not going ahead with your career, right? So the approaches that you're taking, be it data analytics or be it learning about how social media operates or learning to program, learning to build a website, that is a very, very valuable first step. But also remember that that is only a first step. So if you keep looking at how you can continuously improve yourself and learn new things and find uh, technology gaps that you can fill, then your chances of being part of a successful startup ecosystem immediately goes up. Equally important is what Satish Kanagasababati said. You need to enjoy what you're doing. You need to feel like what you're doing has a purpose. You need to have a passion behind what you're doing, right? So if you just try to do something because, hey, I want to make money, startup is a way to make money, let me go and try to build something, you're going to fail, regardless of whether the idea is fantastic or not. You need to make sure that you also have a passion for what you're trying to do. You need to make sure that you really like what you're trying to do and you feel that there is a purpose behind the problem that you're trying to solve. So if you combine the two, one, learn and never stop learning. Two, make sure that you understand your motivation behind what you're doing. Then the ability for you to be part of such an ecosystem, deal with the ambiguities and be successful coming at the other end is very, very, very high. And not everybody need to run a startup too. You can be part of a startup ecosystem too, and that is the way you learn too, right? So as you start down this career path, if you can find opportunities to work with smart founders, if you can find opportunities to work with people who have done some of that in their past and use that to build your skill set over a period of time, when the right opportunity comes, so you can then decide if it is for you or not. And then for some people, it is not an option because of different other concerns or criteria, and that is absolutely fine too. It is one of the many options that we have in life to make a difference, and I think that is what is more critical. How can you make a difference? So once again, thank you so much for this opportunity to share my thoughts, and congratulations to all the graduates, and thanks Mati for giving me an opportunity to talk here. Back to you, Jesse.
Thank you.